Media. Which one on him? Mr. Sly Media right here. This right here is my review on BEL-AIR season 2, episodes 1 through 3. So I'm not gonna break down every episode that happened for the first 3 episodes. Break down the main key points of the episodes like I always do. So pretty much episode 1, we get Will. He ends up coming back in town. I mean, coming back not in town, but he's staying with Jazz for a while. But he does end up move back in with the basement when they end up reuniting with each other at Ashley's birthday party. So they end up getting cool and making peace with each other. And Jeffrey ends up making peace with Phil as well. So pretty much Jeffrey and Phil are back on good terms. Also as well, we found out about this basketball kind of scout kind of guy, talent that's pretty much looking for that's looking to sign Will, looking to get put Will on and get Will signed and all that. And one thing I do like about this series with this BEL-AIR, we get kind of the more of the story arc and more selling. Even though I like Fresh Prince of BEL-AIR, I've seen every Fresh Prince of a BEL-AIR episode. The story arc wasn't the continuity in the story arc of it. Now I'm older of the show kind of didn't like make a lot of sense. They didn't explain a lot of stuff like what happened with Will after like I know that one episode when he went against Alan Payne's character in basketball. They just showed okay he lost that game but never know what happened why he didn't go to college to play ball and then they just know he was at the community college him and Carlton were together. They explained that what happened with that. I'm glad this story we get to see that with this series explain more. Hopefully, there's more continuity, more understandable things in this show, in this series. We want to explain, okay, this is what happened. That's why this was going on. So what happened to this character and everything. I'm glad they explained more of this because when you look at now, you're older, like, okay, they didn't explain it. What happened after that, though? What was going on after this episode? Finally, pretty much the main parts of the story are finally like, these parts of the story of this series is kind of making sense. They're putting everything together and explaining a lot more. So we see Will's journey of playing a high school ball, being that man, and kind of learning more in this episode. Like scouts coming at him, really trying to, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna end up going pro or something like that, or what is he gonna do? And all that. Because I remember, of course, the other series went all the way from him being in college and everything. I wonder how this series gonna go. Is they're gonna put him everything in college, have him being in college as well, playing college ball and all that, or even him end up trying to go pro or something like that. We'll see. Like I said, I'm very fascinated by the series, but that's mainly what the first episode was about. Pretty fun, really entertaining first episode. Also, as well with Jazz and Hillary, they finally decide to make it official them being together. Like I said, I do like this new Jazz, this version of Jazz they have in this series. Better than actually the one they had, of course, Fresh of BEL-AIR. The other, the one in the Fresh was of BEL-AIR. He was kind of more, not to say the word dumb, but just kind of like he was out there more like a little out there in his own kind of world. In the Fresh of BEL-AIR, that Jazz was. This Jazz is more like, has more of a character, more of a background story. You see more of his personality come. He's really like that real big brother to Will, looking out for him. Also, big brother actually and also being that man actually giving Hillary good advice. What she do with her YouTube brand, and everything like that. How she put Ivy in her place. So, man, so definitely like I said, loving it. Loving the first episode. Second episode. Second episode. Second episode, we see Jeffrey's back in the house. He's being the butler, handling his duties and all. And we see Will struggle at his high school game, struggling a little bit. They're not doing well. He's trying to pass the ball to one of his teammates. Teammates not doing good at shooting the ball and everything, and it's not working out for him. So the coach, I mean not the coach, but the guy that's a scout trying to convince him, hey, his scout. Let me put this guy's name. I like to put people's names on it. Let me find out this guy's name right quick. The character. I gotta write these notes now when I'm doing this. Dang. Oh man, I'm sorry about this, y'all. Should have had my homework down. What about who this character is? So make sure I know who these characters are. Okay, I ain't find it. I ain't find it. Shoot, I catch up later on what I'm doing. I'm going to the wrong thing. Yeah, it don't matter. But I want to get his name right. But like I said, that's the coach telling him convinced to take over. Playing that BEL-AIR ball that got you soft and everything like that. So what you convince him to do, one Will does, he just take over one game in the second episode and just goes off. Ends up taking over, ends up winning. Also, ends up winning and get blown out. He tells him, Coach can't take you out of the game because your team winning, you scoring points. So that's how he does. He won like that. Also, we get introduction to Jackie. We get the because that ends up being the coach's niece, this girl named Jackie. They hitting off. They cool with each other. And we of course remember Jackie from the original season of the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air. She played Will Friend from Philly. Of course, this girl's not different. She's not a girl from Philly. She's obviously a girl that's from California, stays in California. But we know in the earlier not early episodes, but in the original Fresh Prince, Jackie was a girl that was his buddy all the way from they go way back from Philly, hanging out together, being real close and all and everything. With Tyra Banks played the actress, but she only lasted for one season. That's another thing I'm talking about with the continuity of episodes. We never saw her, I believe, after that episode where, like, I think episode people remember that real Fresh Prince of Bel Air fans remember the episode when he got drunk and everything and he passed out and all that, and Carlton had to pick him up when he was at the gravesite and all. That was like the last episode we actually saw Jackie. The episode when Will was battling her drinking boyfriend and everything. So we never explained what happened to her or anything like that. She just was gone. Never happened. Like I said, a lot of loopholes and stuff like that with the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the original series and all that. So when Lisa, of course we have of course a Lisa in this season as well and all that, who's kind of like a main cast and all that. Lisa and Nia Long and Tyra Banks characters never met up with each other in the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air because Tyra Banks was gone after that season. Only she just left after that season. Then Lisa, aka Nia Long's character, was introduced the season later on, the next season. So we never got that explained about what happened with Jackie or anything like that. We just never heard from her again. So this, like I said, we will get a Lisa and Jackie, face to face with each other. We'll see how this work with this love triangle Will probably has going on. And also, like I said, I like about this how they're pushing with this narrative of the story of kind of more so making everything make sense of this right and all that. Have everything continuity and all that with everything with the characters, everything makes sense and all that. So I like we'll finally get to see a Jackie and Lisa together. I mean, not together, but see them cross paths with each other, which I eventually think they will. If not this season, definitely next season as well. But I feel like this season they will for sure cross paths. So this should be very interesting. So that was a solid good episode 2 and all. Now we get episode 3. Episode 3, I think is when episode 3 is when Hilly's parents finally find out that she's dating Jazz. So that's a big shock to them. Her and Jazz are dating. They're shocked by that and all that. Of course, Phil's not loving it, but Phil he's going with it just because that's his daughter. So they found out they're together. Also, as well, Carlton decides, his girl he liked, they wanted him to do a black movie. They want him to do, a black protest. Because for Tatiana Ali's character, the original Ashley Banks, she's in this series, of course. And she's a teacher that gets fired because she decides to, have kids read books on black, or more about, black history and everything like that. Of course, glad they put this on Black History Month. They talk, she wants her students to learn more about black history and read more black history books, focus on black people, focus more on black people and all. And of course, the school curriculum are against it because that was not part of the rules and all that. So she went against guidelines by doing that. So she ends up fired, lose her job. But as she wants Will and Carlton all over the place to protest and everything, and Carlton's facing a dilemma because he wants to make it a school president. Then that might cost him besides to do if he decides to do the protest, and also the girl he likes, he has a crush on, she's doing the protest. So he's faced with a real bad dilemma and everything by doing it. So much, pretty much, long story short, so much pressure of it and all and everything like that. His anxiety kicks in because of course he said he feel like he doesn't need to take the pills no more. He feels like it's hurting his anxiety, making him more bad. So we finally see in the third episode him not taking those pills and all that, his anxiety really kicks in and he's panicking, can't really do everything and all that. So Will saves him, has his back, comes to the rescue, ends up taking the paper because they end up taking the paper away from the girl. But Will ends up grabbing it from the security guard at the school, taking the paper and puts it down and puts on there black teachers matter. I think that's correct what he said. Yeah, black teachers matter. So that pretty much ends the episode right there when he does that. And like I said, strong episode. Definitely strong episode of Bel Air. Like I said, man, I like this. I'm really loving this. Like I said, it's a lot of good TV out right now. So many TV shows I can't do a review on all of them, but you got Snowfall out for his last season. You got Wu Tang out right now. It's on his last season. So it's a lot of good shows out there right now, man. It really is a lot of good shows out there. But and Bel Air's right there up in this play. And Bel Air's just getting started, man. They just getting their foot in the grass, and like wow, man. You know what I'm saying? They just not getting their feet wet, and it's looking real good this series. Like it's almost like I'm loving like I love the original Fresh Prince of Bel Air. So I can't wait for next episode. I loved it, enjoyed it, entertained by it, man. Like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about Bel Air, man. Good series, man. You like it and all. Like I said, this is my review on Bel Air seasons 2, episodes 1 through 3. Man, we need this for the culture, man. Like, man, definitely, man. This, like I said, a solid, good TV show and all and everything. Even though what happened with Will Smith, the whole thing with him and all the Oscars and everything like that, this is a good show right here you got, man. This Bel Air, definitely a good show, man. Definitely check it out if you haven't checked out Bel Air. Like I always say, if you like the content, please don't hesitate to like subscribe button to Slime Media. Like I said, stay tuned for me. I probably want to do another review on this channel right here till I want to say maybe Friday night or something like that when I go see Creed 3. I'm hearing so much good stuff about Creed 3 that I have to go see Creed 3 this weekend. I definitely got to go see Creed 3. So you might want to see, probably won't see me do a review on anything about anything, any movies or anything, any TV shows till I go see Creed 3 this Friday. So y'all stay tuned for that. Like I said, unless any big movie news or something big happen where I gotta, of course, come on here and talk about that. But like I always say, man, y'all have a good night. Be safe where you at. Stay blessed. This is Slime Media. I'm out.